On the radio that I didn't think it would last though.
What, me and him?
Yeah,
Why?
because you're about 25.
Nobody saw this coming. For years, Blu Cantrell was one of those names people remembered with a mix of nostalgia and unanswered questions. She had the voice, she had the hits, she had the look, and for a moment it felt like she had the whole industry in the palm of her hand. Then suddenly, she was gone. No big farewell, no final album rollout, no dramatic retirement announcement. Just silence. And now, after years of staying mostly out of the spotlight, Blu Cantrell is back in headlines, and this time it has nothing to do with music. Because according to rumors now exploding online, Blu has allegedly opened up about her past connection to Jay-Z in ways nobody expected. Whispers about old tapes?
Have you ever kissed Jay-Z romantically?
No. No, I can't answer that. I can't answer that.
Oh, she's touching him off the neck! Look! You see?
Why do people not want to let the Jay-Z Blu Cantrell thing go?
Because, honey, that was a fabulous little high point in your life.
What about Beyonce and Jay-Z? That's fab.
Claims about a hidden relationship, and even speculation surrounding a child the public never knew about. The internet has been in full meltdown ever since. People are asking the same thing over and over. Why now? Why speak up after all these years? And if even a fraction of these stories are true, what else has stayed buried behind the scenes all this time? Because this isn't just celebrity gossip anymore. This feels personal, messy, painful, and way bigger than anyone thought. To understand why all of this has people talking again, you have to go back to the beginning. Back before the rumors, back before the interviews, back before the disappearance. Back when Blu Cantrell was supposed to be one of the biggest stars in music.
I said on the radio that I didn't think it would last though.
What, me and him?
Yeah,
Why?
because you're about 25.
Why, he needs somebody younger than
At
that?
the end of the day, yeah.
Why did he say that?
Because I think at the end of the day, a younger, less savvy to the ways of the world broad.
Somebody a little bit more naive.
When Blu first arrived in the early 2000s, people paid attention immediately. Her breakout hit was everywhere. Her voice was raw, emotional, unforgettable. There was something real about her, something vulnerable but strong at the same time. She didn't feel manufactured. She felt human. Fans connected with that instantly, and the industry noticed too. Executives saw star power. Radio loved her. Award shows embraced her. People weren't just calling her talented, they were calling her next. Her debut album, So Blue, exploded fast. Suddenly, Blu wasn't just another singer trying to make it. She was becoming a household name. And that's where things started getting complicated, because around that same time, another future superstar was also stepping into a new era.
Blu. The first Blu. Not they daughter Blu Blu Cantrell. You were singing My Fool. And you made a choice to work with someone, and you probably didn't realize how nefarious he was when you got involved with him. I didn't. Blu, it's time to talk. It's time for you to sing again. Because I know you still got the chops. You got the gift. Just like me. Jay-Z worked very hard to erase you and me. Just like he did Elle. Just like he did his relationship with R. Kelly, just like he did his relationship with Aaliyah. Blu, it's time to...
Beyonce. The comparisons were inevitable. Two beautiful, talented women, both rising fast, both commanding attention, both moving in overlapping industry circles, and hovering around both of them, Jay-Z. That's where the whispers began. People started noticing how often Blu and Jay-Z seemed connected professionally, then personally, then privately. At first, it was dismissed. Just networking, just collaboration. just the music business. But people kept talking, and once rumors start in entertainment, they rarely stay small. What nobody expected was how long those rumors would survive. Years passed, music changed, careers shifted, people moved on, but the speculation never really disappeared.
Signed her to a deal. By the time all of the ink was dry, she was just shy of being legal. But that didn't stop the mogul. He liked to sample the new talent. He was sampling her on a fairly regular basis, but he was also involved with the current A-plus list singer who was in his face every day. And this could allegedly be Beyonce. The thing is, though, that corn star in charge of her career was feuding with the mogul and told the mogul he would not be allowed to hook up with the singer again. I assume he thought the mogul would think she was something special. Apparently not as special as the current A-plus lister, because the new signee was dropped and the word was put out on the street. No record deals for her from any label. When someone ignored the edict, they were paid a visit. If the visits were ignored, then other steps were taken. This was a total lockdown of a career that lasted almost a decade.
It just got quieter, waiting. And every once in a while, something would bring it back. An interview clip, a resurfaced photo, an old quote, a body language breakdown, fans analyzing everything, every glance, every lyric, every timeline, trying to connect dots nobody could prove. Blu herself was often careful. Sometimes she denied things, sometimes she laughed things off, sometimes she seemed like she wanted to say more, but stopped just short. And honestly, that only made people more curious, because silence has a way of becoming louder than words. But here's the twist. While the public was focused on rumors about relationships, something else was happening behind the scenes. Blu's career started slowing down, fast, and people noticed. One minute she was everywhere, then suddenly she wasn't. No major follow-up era, no huge comeback, no consistent visibility, just gaps, long gaps. Fans kept asking what happened. How does someone go from rising star to disappearing that quickly? It didn't feel normal. And the more time passed, the stranger it felt. Then came the interviews, the stories, the allegations. And suddenly, people started looking backward at everything differently. Online rumors claimed Blu had privately spoken about a much deeper relationship with Jay-Z than anyone realized. Not just friendship, not just collaboration, something emotional, something hidden, something serious. Some even claimed old recordings and private tapes existed from that chapter of her life. None of it has been publicly verified, but once those rumors surfaced, the internet went wild. People started digging through archives. Old interviews resurfaced overnight. Clips went viral again. Comment sections exploded. And then the biggest rumor of all hit social media like gasoline on fire. Claims that Blu and Jay-Z allegedly shared a child in secret years ago. Again, there is no confirmed evidence of this, but that didn't stop people from talking, because if there's one thing celebrity culture loves, it's unanswered questions, and this story has a lot of them. People began revisiting Blu's past interviews looking for clues. Moments where she hesitated, moments where she looked uncomfortable, moments where she seemed emotional while speaking about the industry. Some viewers said they saw pain, others said betrayal, some said heartbreak, and honestly, maybe all three. Because even without proving any rumor, one thing felt obvious. Blu's relationship with fame wasn't simple. Something shifted, something broke, and it seemed to happen while she was still climbing. What nobody expected was how personal the fallout may have felt. Because if Blu did feel pushed aside, if she felt erased, if she felt replaced, that kind of pain doesn't disappear just because years pass. That stays with you, especially when the whole world keeps moving like nothing happened. Meanwhile, Jay-Z became bigger than ever. Billionaire status, business mogul, music legend, one half of arguably the most powerful couple in entertainment. The Carter empire only got stronger, and Beyonce became untouchable, global icon, mother, performer, cultural phenomenon. Everything looked polished, controlled, perfect. But Blu's name kept floating back into conversations like unfinished business, like a chapter no one fully closed. And that's why people are paying attention now, because Blu isn't just being remembered as a singer anymore. She's being remembered as a woman whose story may never have been fully told. And if there were truths hidden in that era, people want to hear them. Some fans believe she was silenced. Others believe internet gossip went too far. Some think the truth is somewhere in the middle. But nearly everyone agrees on one thing. Her disappearance still doesn't feel fully explained. Then there's the emotional side of all this. And honestly, that's the hardest part. Because beyond headlines and speculation, there's a real human being underneath all of it. A woman who came into the industry with dreams, who worked, who sang, who built something, and then watched it shift. Whether the rumors are true or not, imagine living through that level of scrutiny. Every interview dissected, every expression analyzed, every relationship turned into a conspiracy, every career move questioned. That's exhausting. That changes you. People talk about fame like it's glamorous, but they rarely talk about what happens when fame disappears, or when it changes shape, or when your own story starts getting told by strangers online instead of by you. Blu went from being everywhere to being spoken about mostly through rumors. That has to hurt, because your silence becomes interpreted, your absence becomes a theory, and your pain becomes content. Meanwhile, the music remains, and maybe that's the saddest part, because under all the drama, there was talent, real talent, a voice people still remember decades later, songs people still play, moments that still feel timeless. But instead of being remembered only from music, her name became tied to mystery and unresolved stories and things nobody can fully prove. But here's what makes this all hit even harder now. Blu is 49. Time has passed. Years have moved on. Entire generations have grown up since her breakout. The music industry looks completely different. But old wounds, those don't always age out. Sometimes they just wait, and eventually they rise back to the surface. That's why this moment feels bigger than celebrity gossip, because people aren't just talking about Jay-Z or Beyonce or old rumors. They're talking about what happens when someone disappears from the spotlight while carrying things they may never have gotten to say out loud. They're talking about power, about silence, about fame, about who gets remembered and who gets erased. And maybe that's why Blu's story keeps finding its way back, because it still feels unfinished. Maybe the rumors are exaggerated. Maybe some are completely false. Maybe parts were misunderstood. Maybe parts are still buried. But the reason people keep coming back to this story is because there are still too many missing pieces, too many pauses, too many moments where the public was told one thing while wondering about another. And now people are watching again, listening again, looking again, trying to figure out what really happened all those years ago. Was Blu simply another artist whose career faded too soon? Was she caught in something bigger than music? Was she heartbroken, betrayed, silenced? Or is the truth far less dramatic than the internet wants it to be? Maybe we'll never know. Maybe only a few people ever will. But what's clear is this: Blu Cantrell's story never truly ended. It just went quiet. And sometimes quiet stories are the loudest ones years later, because silence leaves room for memory, for regret, for questions, and questions never stop echoing. So now the spotlight has returned, the headlines are back, the rumors are louder than ever, and people are once again asking what really happened between Blu Cantrell and Jay-Z behind closed doors. But maybe the deeper question isn't just what happened between them. Maybe it's this: What happens to a person when their biggest chapter gets swallowed by rumor before they ever get to tell it themselves? And if Blu is finally ready to speak now, after all this time, the world is definitely listening.